Right now we're joined by Rhode Island Congressman David Cicilline. Good morning, thanks for coming in.
Good morning, great to be here.
All right, you're busy. A lot of stuff going on down in Washington. Let's start with the president's trip to Cuba. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I think this is a very important moment for U.S.-Cuba relations. The president made it a point of his administration really to break this impasse that has existed for the last 50 years, to bring Cuba into the international community and to help to restore relations with Cuba. This will be the first presidential visit in over 75 years. There's a lot of work to be done in Cuba still, but I think everyone's excited about us moving forward together and building relationships between our two countries.
A rare occurrence last weekend. A sitting Supreme Court justice passes away, and there's a big, I don't want to call it controversy, but I guess you can call it that, over whether or not President Obama should nominate someone to fill the seat, if it should wait till after the election. And your thoughts on
Well,
this?
first of all, very proud. This is our first Italian-American Supreme Court justice, so a source of great pride, even though I disagree with virtually every decision he wrote. Very smart, incredible intellect. But the reality is, even before our the justice was buried, there were press releases from Republicans saying, don't bother sending us a nominee. The president has a year left on his term. It's important that the Supreme Court have all 9 justices. I expect the president to submit a name to the Senate, and I expect that they're going to act on it one way or the other. And if they don't, I think they do so at their own peril.
All right, closer to home now, a couple of things that you want to talk about. One is this opioid epidemic that's not only a problem in Rhode Island, but the entire country right now. I know Senator Whitehouse is in town as well. Talk about this event.
This is a very important issue for Rhode Island and really for the New England region. And I've actually convened the New England delegation in Congress so that we could develop a set of strategies together to respond to this very serious challenge. Senator Whitehouse has introduced a bill in the Senate. I've co-sponsored a similar bill in the House to really devote resources to this, to be sure that treatment best practices are developed. This is a very serious issue. 90% of the overdose deaths in Rhode Island are opioid related. So we're going to be at a roundtable today to really talk about it, to talk about the legislation, and to raise awareness about the strategies that are successful in dealing with this epidemic.
And also something with neighborhoods you were telling me about?
Sure, I'm beginning my neighborhood conversations, which I do throughout the year, just opportunities for constituents to come and share with me their ideas about what we should be doing, what they're concerned about. The first 2 are this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the East Providence Public Library, at 3:30 p.m. in Woonsocket. Everyone is welcome just to come. Give me an opportunity to talk a little bit about what I'm working on, but more importantly, to hear from them about the things that are important to them.
All right, great to hear from
Thanks
you
for
as
having
always.
me.
Thanks so much for coming in. And for more on this interview or anything else going on in the community with Congressman Cicilline, go to WPRI.com.